It has been more than 30 years since Operation Desert Storm. The war in the Middle East was a defining moment for thousands of Americans who were called on to serve. One of them shared his experience with us for this week's Veterans Voices.
30 years, that's a long time. That's all I've known my whole life is Army and loved it.
Mack Roberts already was serving in the U.S. Army when war in the Gulf exploded in 1991. After active duty that started in 1984, he joined the 639th Transportation Company based in Kingsport.
And I was actually in the process of going back active duty, then Desert Storm happened.
In 1991, Roberts and others were called up to serve in a battle to stop a dictator in Iraq from seizing power in the Middle East. It was at that point the biggest military deployment for this country in 2 decades. But unlike the veterans who came home from Vietnam, Desert Storm soldiers returned home to a swell of American patriotism. Here's video of the 639th returning home in 1991.
When we were just young, it was a big adventure. We were just, your average people that decided to serve.
After Desert Storm, Roberts stayed in the Army, active duty for another 23 years, including work with the ROTC at ETSU.
And I get to see the young people, men and women coming in that's going to do the same things we did. It's pretty awesome.
Recently, a reunion of the 639th Transportation Company, a group of soldiers who bonded during the Gulf War. Yes, they have changed, but one thing remains. The bond formed in a defining moment more than 3 decades ago.
Time just speeds by. Each year is faster and faster. The people I've met in this are the best friends you'll ever have.
We'd love for you to tell us about the veterans whose stories need to be told. You can nominate a veteran for Veterans Voices on WJHL.com.